It's 10 at night and I feel like getting some fresh air. So I've picked up my detector and I'm going to go for a hunt down at one of my local parks. So I'm just chucking this stuff in the car. I've only got a few hours because I'm still only have my restricted driver's license, which here in New Zealand means you're not meant to drive after 10 at least. If it's really good, who knows, but I've only got about 2 hours. So we're going to get the stuff and I'm going to go down to a brand new playground. It's only been around for about 5 years. And we're going to see if that brand new playground can still deliver some finds. See you down at the site. Okay, so we're at the playground. This playground's all 5 years old. This was 10 years ago, this was all farmland. So as you can see, it's quite a big, there's a tower there, there's lights illuminated. It's quite a big playground, quite a bit of ground to cover. So fingers crossed we can maybe find a find or two. Jackpot will obviously be some jewellery or even $2 and I'll be happy for tonight. But we're going to see, yeah, if there are any good finds in this brand new park. It may have been hunted before, who knows. This is only about 5-10 minutes drive from my house, so yeah, not far at all. However, who knows. So we'll power the Equinox on and we'll get into swinging. So I've got my Equinox digging tones numbers 5 and up, so that's basically everything other than the very lowest tones. I'm going to have it set in part 1 and we're just going to get into swinging. Didn't even need to start and I've already got a solid 14. I'm going to guess it's a pull tab, but we'll have to see. Carrot. There we go, as I said, it is a pull tab. Anyway, we'll see you on the next target. So I've got our next target here. 21, 22, 23, that's the sound a $2 coin would make. Fingers crossed it is. No, it's not. Sadly, that is a button. Button or a steel rivet of some sort. Next target. Bouncy 6789 and a piece of aluminium foil. Another low tone, and if you can see that, we have a hair tie, a hair clip. So at least that's not, well, it is still total rubbish. It's very rusted in this condition, as you can see. But at least that's our first thing that wasn't rubbish, I guess. It still is, but very cool. We've just dug 3 more pieces of foil, all low tones. Our first next decent target rang up a 16, however, appears to just be a Spates bottle cap. Lots of rubbish in here. I've just about done hunting the main park. We then have the swings over there we're going to do next. Very nice high tone, 24, however it was just another form of bottle top. I just realised I can use the torch on my phone while recording. Just got our first deep target, it was about 3 depth. Sadly, just an older piece of foil. We're just under the big tower now. We're going to finish detecting here, then go do the swings. Okay, I have high hopes for this one. Fingers crossed it's a $1 or $2 coin. Then that pays for my fuel to get here. Net profit. There we go. Beautiful, dug that live. Not that it's that exciting. There we have a $2 coin. Looks like it's been there for a decent bit as well. 1990. Not a decent bit actually, that's a relatively new drop. It's just an older, more circulated coin. Let's go, that makes it worthwhile. Not that $2 is anything to be excited over normally. What is it? It's like $2. It pays for my fuel plus another $1, so a $1 net profit here in this playground. Epic as. And that was directly under this tower. These things can be quite good for detecting because kids are climbing up there, drop stuff and don't notice. Anyway, we'll keep swinging. Now this one, if you listen to it, I'll cover it back up again. As you see, it's all over, but it's got somewhat consistent, so I dug it anyway, and this is what our modern coinage is like. 50-cent coin, but these are actually steel and they're just nickel plated. That's why it's that really clunky sound, but I still dug it, and sure enough, it's a beautiful modern 50-cent coin. Now that cannot have been there very long. That's directly under the swing thing on the tower. Now that's, yeah, because these rust really quickly, that's probably dropped in the past year. Probably past few months even, because this playground's only 5 years old, as I said. But that is awesome. We're up to $2.50 now. We've dug multiple bits of rubbish. It's about $2.50 to about 13 bits of rubbish in this newer park. But nevertheless, I'm not unhappy. Heck, I could even turn that to all iron and go back and I'll probably ping another another few 10, 20 and 50 cent coins, but honestly it's not really worth it. $1 and $2 are the only ones you're after anyway, and they're the good tones. So I'll maybe go on a line under the swings. But anyway, we'll keep going. Now this one, unless it's a pocket spill, I don't think it's going to be a $1 or $2 coin. So it could be jewellery, but chances are it'll be junk or bottle cap. But oh no, I was wrong. Look at that. It was a $1 coin. Did you see that for a second? It was sort of on an angle like that. That's why it was making the weird sort of sound. We have another $1 coin directly under there. So that would have been making a less consistent weird sound because it was on an angle, but it was still around that high 21, 22 mark. Obviously it was just bouncing around because it was on an angle. Now that's got to have been under there for a little while. I'd say a year maybe a bit longer. But this shows this hasn't been hunted, so this gives a really good outlier of how many coins gets dropped on a playground in a medium popularity playground in a few years. Awesome, that puts us up to 350. Okay, so we have now done this section of the park. I haven't totally grid searched it, but I've went like line, roughly done it. Like I wouldn't be surprised if you still got 1 or 2 more targets. However, that's that section mostly done. So we're going to move to the next section. 350 total profit from here. So we've done this section, no targets yet, but I've just moved to under the baby swing, and behind it 18, 19, 20, 21. So we'll go in. Oh, boom. Not planted, as you can see. That will explain the weird signal again because it's on its side. We have another $1 coin right there. So it's a nice find there. Okay, so we've just finished hunting the playground. I have a feeling someone may have went in and already done under those swings, or maybe they're just newer than that section. I don't know. In fact, this park might only be 3 years old, but I think it's about 5 because I'm pretty sure this suburb is about 5 years old. But it might only be 2 or 3 years, as I said. But yeah, all I got in there was 3 bits of rubbish around in that $1. So maybe someone's already quickly went for a scan around there, or as I suspect, I think it's just a brand new park and just only had a few years to build up. But here's the wrap up. So we have this I just found sitting on the park bench as we finished. So we have a hair clip, $4.50. This is under an hour, 40 minutes detecting, 30 minutes detecting. To just quickly go over all this, $4.50. A few bits of foil, various bits of foil, a few pull tabs, and a few bottle caps. So that's roughly what a playground builds up of medium popularity, low to medium popularity, I'd say, in 2-3 years. So that goes to show. So you find one virgin like that, like 10 years, and you're probably going to be looking at a lot more, let's say 3 times this amount of stuff. 20 years, 4 times this amount of stuff. 40 years, 8 times this amount of stuff. So if you've got a virgin playground 50 years old, like I found just the other day, I got my first ever sterling silver chain out of it in about $50. 50 years old, you're going to get a lot. But that shows how much builds up in even just a medium to low popularity playground in a few years. But yeah, I'm not too displeased with that. That pays for my gas, plus a couple extra bucks for half an hour's work, and a nice evening stroll to get some fresh air. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.